you for having me.
Well, we're going to get into Africa in a moment, but you know, you look at the end of 2017 and the tentacles of the cryptocurrency craze were just all over the place, in every social circle. You fast forward to now, it just seems that there are fewer discussions of cryptocurrency. Is there a future here?
Absolutely. Right now, I think we're in a far healthier place as far as cryptocurrency goes, because all the charlatans and scammers that came alive in 2017 have been removed from the scene, or they vacated, and that's a good thing. So as far as the African people and investing in cryptocurrency, I would encourage people to be skeptical. I think the skepticism is good, especially in Africa, considering how many scammers have used cryptocurrency. Now, that being said, skepticism is healthy. I'm not one to give investment advice. Bitcoin is the best cryptocurrency to invest in. If you are going to invest in it, buy it, hold on to it for 2 years, and do not look at the price. Now, that being said, there is another opportunity out there that is not about investing and holding. It's about transferring value, because what we've seen is that Bitcoin is just a small part of this peer-to-peer financial revolution that's happening right now. Basically, wherever there are obstacles, boundaries, blockages, whether it's sanctions, whether it's inflation, whether it's extremely difficult intercontinental bank settlements in Africa, here comes Bitcoin and cryptocurrency to the rescue to restore the flow.
And that's why you say Africa could lead the way in that regard.
Absolutely. There's so much demand here in Africa, because the financial systems in every African country except South Africa are almost completely broken. Here in South Africa, you have huge delays, high fees, lots of hassle. Bitcoin can be used inside a framework of peer-to-peer finance, and it solves all those problems. I'll give you an example. I've been living in Europe for the past 3 years. I don't have a European bank account. I have a Bank of America bank account in the United States. They won't let me wire money to Europe unless I'm actually physically in the branch in New York.
Yeah.
Amazing, right? So I need to send money to my lawyer in Europe. How do I do that? I can't do it with my bank, so I'll just put an offer up on a peer-to-peer marketplace like Paxful and say, hey, I'm going to give you, I have 1,000 Bitcoins, 1,000 US dollars worth of Bitcoins, right? I want you to send money from your German bank account to my lawyers. And a guy in Germany will see that, hey, market rate Bitcoin, he wants my Bitcoin, he does it, my bill is paid. We settle up with Bitcoin. You see, it's actually an intercontinental universal settlement layer. That is truly the killer app of cryptocurrency. It's not simply just an asset class. That is really a peripheral use case, based mostly on speculation, which is not healthy.
Because those with that mindset would say, well, why not I take my money to gold and silver, which could be a safer option.
Absolutely. Gold and silver, I think, are great options right now. I think people should diversify. From my perspective, I love Bitcoin. I hold on to it, but I am, an idealist, and not everyone is, and I understand that. But I use Bitcoin every day in my day-to-day life to pay bills around the world, to get paid. And I help other people do that too, and it's a business. There's people on Paxful right now that have whole businesses selling gift cards for Bitcoin or doing bank transfers. I just met a fellow here that shut down his mining operation, now he's actually making money with peer-to-peer finance, helping people here and in other African countries do international settlements where they could not do it with their bank accounts.
Hey, I mean, just going back to your first answer, the speculative element that was in cryptocurrencies, you say it's a healthy notion that it's now removed from the system.
Well, it's been removed. Okay, the ICO, what made Bitcoin jump up to $20,000 in the end of 2017 was all the ICO action happening here. Basically, people needed to get Ethereum to buy into these ICOs, and they used Bitcoin as a gateway to get into Ethereum. And what happened was 99.9% of these ICOs were basically scams. No product has emerged or nothing. So essentially, it was a play to take money from the early adopters to all these new scam artists. Now they're all gone. Right now, that being said, 90% of the volume of cryptocurrency is still in speculation in exchanges like Binance or Coinbase, where people are trading Bitcoin for other altcurrencies, essentially gambling. And that is not healthy. That is toxic. I would encourage people not to get into that. And I would encourage people not to get into renting out mining operations, especially Africans. They've been preyed upon too long by these things. So. Don't look at it like that. Look at it as a way to transfer your value. Look at it as peer-to-peer finance. Look at it as Uber for money. It is truly the most disruptive thing that's ever happened in the world.
Ray Youssef, thanks very much indeed for coming in from Paxful.